Welcome to the second part of this wonderful anime. If you haven't seen the first part, I highly recommend you to watch it through the link in the description and then watch this video until the end. I assure you it's worth it. We saw that Yuto finally remembered the past after so much effort, but suddenly two demons attacked them. A demon named Sasa appears in the house and starts attacking everyone, but luckily Shizuku defends the others. On the other hand, the air demon summons a giant to join her in battle. Yuto tries to make peace between them, but the air demon doesn't seem interested and she just wants to kill him to raise her status. Himari tries to fight the giant, but it smacks her away easily. Later Ajihad dominates, and as she is about to finish Himari off, Yuto steps in and takes the attack. Anger engulfs Himari, and she starts to attack with incredible speed. She rips the giant to pieces, and as she is about to finish off Ajiha, Yuto grabs a tree branch and uses it to protect Ajiha. But the collision of his and Himari's weapon sends out a very bright light that knocks both of them unconscious. Shizuku then finds Yuto and Himari in the middle of the forest. She starts rubbing herself on Yuto to heal him, but we can't show this scene. Shortly after, Himari wakes up and Shizuku scolds her for not being able to protect Yuto. After they arrive home, Rinko senses that Yuto is injured, but thanks to Shizuku's healing ability, they are able to hide the truth from Rinko. After some time, Shizuku shows Yuto that Sasa has been arrested. Yuto thanks Shizuku for her help and she promises to help Yuto begin his training as a demon slayer. Shizuku explains to Yuto about the 12 demon slayer families, and the Amikawa being the strongest due to their technique. Fairy light allows them to infuse magic into anything they touch and turn it into a weapon. She then tells Yuto that he already uses this technique to protect Ajiha. She also explains the true brutal nature of Himari and her family, so Yuto decides to go see her. From their discussion, Yuto doesn't want her to lose her way, so he tries to tell her to stop fighting, but Himari again promises to protect him. On the way home, it is discovered that the lady Yuto remembered earlier is different from Himari. Next scene, Shizuku starts training Yuto, but it's no use. Shizuku expresses her displeasure at the reason for Yuto's training. She then asks Liz for help in training Yuto, but it turns out to be a seduction game to win over Yuto. After a while, they are all back at school and Himari hasn't mentioned anything concerning demon slayers since they arrived. One evening when they both go home together, they meet a beautiful lady with gray hair. Himari rushes to attack her, but she dodges it. The lady is part of the demon slayer family and introduces herself as Keisu, from the demon slayer Jinguji family. While Yuto is shocked, Himari tries to attack her again, but she still dodges it. Keisu tells Yuto about their childhood love and the agreement between their families to marry each other, but Yuto doesn't seem to remember. So she kisses him to bring back his memory, which it works, and he realizes that the lady he remembered earlier is Keisu. She kisses him again, which annoys Himari more and more. She then gives Yuto the address of her hotel for him to visit. On the other hand, Shizuku and other demons meet over the arrival of Keisu, and she assures them that Yuto is a good person, and that the person they should watch out for is Keisu. Back home, Yuto and Himari both think about the event that happened earlier. Himari is upset when she remembers how Keisu kissed Yuto in front of her. Next scene, Keisu is seen with a man in a car who appears to be Jinguji's family sponsor. The man assures her that they have the support of the police chief. She then gets out of the car and calls her mother as she walks away and updates her on the turn of events. While on the call, some creature follows her until she meets Shizuku and the two begin to fight. Meanwhile at home, Himari continues to feel uncomfortable and begins to crave a kiss from Yuto. The battle rages, but Shizuku taunts Keisu that her attacks are weak and she describes her as the weakest demon slayer family. This annoys Keisu, so she escalates her attack, which causes massive destruction on the roof of the hotel. Shizuku carefully flees the scene and Keisu returns to her room where she is watching the news where the story is hidden, and they say it was a gas explosion. Then she remembers the bad remarks of previous demons concerning the strength of her family. Back home, Himari is upset and can't hold it in anymore as she runs up to Yuto for a kiss. After much pleading, Yuto accidentally kisses her lips, so Himari shakes the house with happiness, causing Rinko to wonder why she's so happy. Meanwhile, Keisu vows to take on Yuto. The next scene, we see a flashback showing Yuto and Keisu were engineered to be friends. At the cafe, Shizuku explains to Yuto and Rinko that the Jinguji family became demon slayers by practicing Western dark magic. Horrified, Lizlet overhears them talking about another demon slayer in town, and Yuto reveals to them that he was meant to be engaged to her. Just then Keisu arrives at the cafe and compliments Liz on her tea as she sips it. She then tries to convince Yuto into the marriage again. but he refuses, saying she must change her mentality towards the demons. This provokes Rinko and she starts yelling at Keisu, but she fires back at her. Suddenly Himari arrives and everyone looks happy. She talks Keisu down about her always forcing herself and the kisses on Yuto. She also tells her about the kiss Yuto gave her, which surprises Keisu, so she suddenly disappears. She then appears on top of a bridge where she calls her mother and gives her an update on the events. The next day, during sports time at school, Yuto is distracted and wonders why Keisu is so insistent on getting married. These thoughts cause him to lose focus and get hit by a ball. Himari treats him and they both talk about the Keisu's issue. Himari makes it clear that she normally has nothing to do with her life. After talking for a while, the boys come to drag him away to continue the match. Himari tells him to go home with Shizuku as she will be involved in a plan to resist Keisu. At the end of school, Shizuku walks Yuto home while Himari confronts Keisu. From their discussion, it seems that Himari was also in love with Yuto when he was young, but Keisu was Yuto's chosen wife. A battle ensues between them, and during the battle, Keisu shoots her with bullets embedded with her magic. As the bullet hits Himari, it triggers her real form, but she calms down when she remembers Yuto's words, and she escapes. Meanwhile, at the house, Yuto wonders why Himari is late and Shizuku tells them that she went to deal with Keisu. At that moment, they heard a noise from upstairs and realized that she's lying weakly on the floor. Yuto makes sure she gets enough rest, and after a while Himari wakes up and Yuto blames himself for not being accountable enough. But Himari stops him and she blames herself, explaining how Keisu's magic bullet turned her into a monster earlier. She uses a pill that dissipates the remaining magic, but she warns Yuto of the side effects, but Yuto insists on staying. Shizuku, on the other hand, is jealous of Yuto's attention to her. The drug begins to work and transforms Himari into a full cat form. She disturbs, scratches and bites Yuto all night while Shizuku hears their noise from outside. The next morning, Himari thanks Yuto with a kiss, and then Yuto decides to go to Keisu's hotel to clear things up with her. Meanwhile, Himari chooses a new weapon as her sword was destroyed in her previous fight. When Yuto arrives in the reception, Kabaraji plants a bug on him, but immediately Yuto gets to Keisu's room, she removes the bug and saves her number on his phone. Yuto goes on to let her know that he can't marry her and kill demons because he just wants to live a normal life. His clarity annoys Keisu, and just as she is about to stab him, his power activates and he throws Keisu out the window. And this video ends here. If you want the next part, don't forget to write in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next part.